Hey, what's up? ShuFunk here, and I'm just working on my next mod pack, ShuCraft 4, and this is for version 1.18.2. And I was trying to find a way to get Nether Quartz without having to go to the Nether, and I found an interesting way of obtaining it, and it took me a long time to get this figured out properly, but I got it figured out. And this is great for others who might be using very similar mods and never found a way to use the mods. So anyway, so this is the machine right here. It's called a crystallizer, right? So what you do is you put quartz dust in there, and it takes a while to make it, but you end up getting at least one nether quartz out of it. Now you're going to need water, right? So you're asking yourself first, well, for how you get quartz dust. So if you look up quartz dust, which is right there for thermal series, you can get it from a pulverizer by putting in andesite, granite, diorite, right? And it has to be at least polished. That's the easier way to do it, right? So I've got a ton of that, especially when I was mining. So I put it into a pulverizer, and I was getting a bunch of quartz dust, and that's how I was able to get the quartz dust. Okay. So the next thing was like, okay, well, I'm able to make the crystallizer, but I need a way to put water in without having to go bucket, 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 which is so annoying. I was like, okay, well, I've got the ender tank, but how do I get it filled up? So I tried different mods. I tried to acquire this accumulator, if you can say that right, and it doesn't pump out into a tank. I tried it in multiple directions. I tried even pumping out with a pipe. Nothing was working. Ends out the Aquarius accumulator does not pump out. It just collects the water and it still do it manually. So that was like, well, that's what's the whole point of using it then? So there's got to be another way. Well, then I learned about a mod called ranged pumps. So if I type in pump, it's called ranged pumps. As you can see, it's a pretty cheap ish recipe. So I made a pump, and how it works, it looks for water in a 64 by 64 radius. So just for the hell of it, I went and put it in the water way over there, which I'm guaranteed is found 64 by 64. And I put an ender tank on there, and I put some type of power up to it to make it work. And just to make y'all see what it looks like, I'll just show it to you. I should have made a teleportation over there, but I just forgot to do that before I started recording. But as you can see, it's just a simple block, and it needs some type of power source to power it, and then it starts doing the job. Now, one small thing I noticed when I was testing this is it does mine, or at least pick up lava. So if it does do that, and it picks up lava by mistake, and you don't feel like doing a color change, then you can easily just either take out the lava yourself, or have another tank and have it color coded to a different color, and just let that collect the lava. That way, later on, if you use a magmatic dynamo, you can use that. Anyway, I got it collecting water, and it's pretty much almost infinite. And it made that right there because of the lava. So that part I couldn't do anything about. So let me head back to the base now. Let me show you how now it's got pretty much infinite water. And now that I got at least 2 nether quartz, I was able to make a reinforced integral component. As you can see from this recipe, it needs nether quartz. Now, what else is needed for nether quartz? Well, obviously, when you look at the other recipes, you're going to need it for certain things in applied energistics. and one of them happens to be this right here, the Annihilation Core. So that's another way for me to get Nether Quartz. About how to go to Nether to make Annihilation Cores, and then Annihilation Cores to make the the ME terminal, for example, an interface. There's the pattern provider. There's the molecular assembler, which is quite needed for something. There's the conversion monitor and the import bus. So I mean, it's pretty cool that I found a way to get this to work. And for anybody else that's looking for a very similar thing to do when it comes to needing water, this is the thing to do when it comes is by using that pump, which is this right here. So just want to share that. And this mod pack is actually going pretty well. I'm still in the testing phases, and until I realize that a lot of stuff is achievable properly, then I'll release it, the mod pack. Other than that, it's just a personal mod pack right now for ShuCraft 4. Anyway, this is ShuFunk signing off. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.